call for even a modest, minimalist incentive in the halls of government. Crony capitalism abounds in offices, in boardrooms, in gated communities, and on golf courses. Meanwhile, schools close, recreation centers are shut, prices rise, and subsidies are cut to nothing. Even as food as well.
So you're selling Communist Manifesto? Marxism in the state. Huh. Yeah, I see Vladimir Lenin here. For $2 only? Well, what's really amazing, I mean, Lenin was against, you're selling it for profit, right?
Not for profit.
Really, no. We're
To
selling
pay
So-
for the production.
At cost. So you get it for $2, you sell it for $2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so is this the system that you advocate, by the way? Is this the system like Marxism, Trotsky, is this the system that you advocate?
Is this the system? Yeah.
Really? Private property, Marxist?
Joke, yeah.
Okay, I see it. Well, Marxism wasn't really a joke because, see, the reason I'm talking about it, it kind of irks me a little bit, is because I came from this.
Where from?
From the USSR. This is perfect. It wasn't really perfect, but I was living over there.
We would say that we wouldn't say that was socialism, genuine socialism. But
I was born and raised in the USSR, and that's why when I see Marxism, there's even in Russian, долой кухонное рабство. Okay. So I mean, do you really advocate Marxism here in America?
Absolutely.
Really?
Without a doubt.
And why do you think Marxism is going to work?
Why do you think Mitt Romney was the best presidential candidate last time?
Well, we're talking about Marxism. Definitely.
I've got a question for you too.
He is much better than Barack Obama. Are you happy with Obama?
I'm not happy with Obama either. I think
You're not
we need
happy
a
with
different
Romney?
kind of government.
But
So you're Russian and you support the Republicans and the Democrats.
I would say 99% of the people who were born behind the Iron Curtain and came over here, they're Republicans.
Interesting.
Most of them. And because they saw the evil of, something that you advocate, Marxism. So that's why, honestly, it's kind of, surprises me that people living in this country will support something they were fighting against for 70 years, no?
Okay, so you think that as a person who supports the U.S. political process, that people should have their democratic right to express their
We're not a
views here?
democracy.
This isn't democracy?
We're not a democracy.
What is it?
Well, it's a republic.
It's a Republican democracy. It's a democratic
it's-
republic. It's a constitutional republic. There are basic democratic rights in this country, are there not?
Well, of course.
Would you be in favor of us not being allowed to put these ideas out there?
Well, but that's the difference. That's exactly the difference between the system.
I asked you a question. Would you be in favor? Are you in favor of us having the democratic right?
I
to
am
express these
in
ideas?
favor.
Okay.
I am in favor of free speech, but
This
the
is free
system,
speech, is it
but
not?
the system, and this is free speech because of the system that we have here that you plan to change to Marxism. Because in Marxist system, there's no free
There's
speech.
no such thing as Marxist system.
But that's what you advocate, right?
I am a fan of Marxist philosophy. There's no
Okay.
such thing as a Marxist system. See, obviously, you may have had a bad experience in the Soviet Union, and the people that I support. Have you ever heard of Leon Trotsky?
Of course I did. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, in fact, I was in Mexico. I saw exactly the place where he lived, where he was murdered.
Who killed him?
Stalin.
And why did he kill Trotsky?
But that's besides the point. They advocated the same system.
They were yes. But he was fighting against-
So you
he
advocate
was
Trotsky,
fighting
right?
for the democratization of the Soviet Union.
Democratization. And what was democratization in the mind of Trotsky? Wasn't he the one who actually murdered the original revolutionaries and as the Kronstadt sailors? Wasn't he the one who actually murdered them a year after the revolution? I mean, that's
You're
historical fact.
You're saying
no?
that Trotsky murdered the Kronstadt sailors.
Yeah, I just lost my jacket somewhere.
It's on your. It's right here.
I'm sorry.
No problem. No, well, you obviously don't know your history, so this isn't a very productive discussion.
But you
And I
advocate.
don't really like being filmed either.
Oh yeah, all right.
So,
Okay.
happy May Day.
Sure, happy May Day. Sure.
До свидания, товарищ.
Tavares, yeah, Tavares, sure. The system that murdered 100 million people, right? That's what we advocate.
system that murders 100 million people every year.
Well,
It's
Marxists.
persuaded by the U.S.
In 100 years, yeah. And how many people did the U.S. kill?
Millions of people
Innocent.
every year.
Innocent. I mean, that's the key word. Innocent without... Go, move on, move on. Okay, so that's the freedom, that's the Marxist freedom. Like, move on, no discussion, discussion is over.
willing to have a discussion.
You're not actually discussing. You're just
Look,
throwing out
the difference, the difference is that I lived in the system. Oh, yeah, okay, well, I see. Well,
We live
that's,
in this system, and we think this system is pretty bad ourselves.
but I lived in both, I lived in one. It's useless.
It's not really not worth it.
I'm not worth the discussion. The person who actually had experience in the system that they advocate. So it's
we
not
don't
worth.
advocate that exact system.
But it's but it.
We're done yet.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Our grandfathers
God bless him.
We move New York. We move New York. We move New York. You see those buses moving to my left?